In this video, we're going to talk about the change communications manager role and how important it is to the team that you put together to respond to major incidents, major challenges, such as hurricanes or a major outbreak like the COVID-19 virus. The change communication specialist is one of six key roles that we focus on from an IT staff augmentation perspective to really support organizations as they go through challenging situations where they have a lot of stakeholders, employees, investors, customers, vendors that are working from home or distributed and having to collaborate remotely in real time or near real time, and they're needing access to information. They're having to change behaviors, change processes, change tools. I know, for example, from a procurement standpoint, they're no longer able to accept checks and things like that. That they're really needing to use more digital tools to be able to send out invoices, receive checks, just as one example of many examples of why a change communications manager might be needed to communicate outwardly and to be also listening to end users and stakeholders. Essentially, the change communications manager is really focusing on quickly deploying applications, communications, and training to end users that they could use to be able to better stay connected and aligned with changing strategies from senior leaders. The change communications manager is really about applying change management processes and tools to create a strategy for what's important to communicate, when do they need to communicate it, who's going to communicate it, and what's the channel for how that communication is going to get delivered, or do they need to go through training? Is there quick videos that need to be produced to teach new stakeholders and stakeholders that are going through change, that are distributed out, how to use certain applications and tools in a different way to be able to work collaboratively. They support the design, the development, and the management of communications. Often a IT response team that is really focusing on IT applications and infrastructure. It's very easy for that team to lose sight of the need to communicate with stakeholders and end users. It's kind of like the tree falling in the woods scenario. If nobody knows what you're doing, then it's not actually getting done. So it's really important for the IT response team to have a very strong communications manager that can really be diverse in what they can use. They can use applications, they can use communications and email, they can use tools like SharePoint to be able to quickly upload documents or create quick forms. They can use quick applications like low code, no code applications to be able to quickly create forms and tools to communicate with stakeholders. They can develop intranet sites, quick training guides, and so forth on how to use video conferencing equipment, for example. So they're very good at being able to providing input and guidance to be able to support the team, and also to be able to develop risk mitigation. They're very good at listening too. So if they can create methods and tools to listen and to get input from stakeholders so you can get in front of risks and issues before they become incidents. This is also a role of what a change communications manager can do to support a team. Darby Consulting specializes in providing this role, the change communications manager, as well as other roles from an IT staff augmentation standpoint. We provide a temporary contract. So if you need our change communications manager to work on site or remote on a short or long-term type of assignments, we also provide a 2-week trial period so you can work with our consultant, make sure that they're a good fit. If in that first 2 weeks, if you find that we need to change them out or your needs change, we'll make that replacement at no cost to provide that replacement. Travel's included, so if we need to bring a specialist that comes in maybe from Austin or Dallas or San Antonio that we have that has maybe more public relations experience, we can provide that resource as well. Contract to hire, if ultimately you want to hire our consultant, you can do that. Our model really supports that. You can try before you buy as well. So Darby Consulting's been in business for 12 years supporting oil and gas, government, higher education. We've really seen a wide variety business disruptive incidents from hurricanes to now the COVID-19 virus to oil and gas downturns. And so we've really got a lot of experience in providing response teams, particularly in a way that's cost effective. One of the things about Darby Consulting is that you don't have to pay for bench time, because we don't pay for bench time. We don't have consultants that just sit the bench. We have a network of consultants. And by leveraging a network of consultants, we're using the consultants' time and paying only for the consultants' time when they're working on projects. That allows us to cut our cost by 20 to 40% and pass those cost savings onto our client. We leverage a talent cloud that has a network of over 1,000 shortlisted consultants that work with us either on a 1099 or W-2 hourly basis so that they can receive benefits. We have a matching system. That matching system uses artificial intelligence that enables us to understand what your requirements are and quickly match our consultant to all the data that we collect about the consultant, from their technical skills score, behavioral skills score, past projects, background checks, reference checks, all of those things that we collect data on. We use AI to help us quickly shortlist the consultant, so that at the end of the day, we're not sending you stacks and stacks of resumes. We're sending you the right consultant that we really stand behind, that can do a great job. We don't use recruiters to help us match consultants. We use AI. And then we have our IT directors, our portfolio managers, who have a lot of experience in planning and implementing IT projects. They're responsible for helping us at the end of the day, sending you one, maybe two consultants that we really stand behind. And not only do we stand behind them, but we also send you a quick summary video of why we think they're the right fit. Here's an example. Hi, Tara and everyone at NPMA. I wanted to share with you a consultant that we would like to put forward. So what we're doing here is we're quickly giving an overview of the consultant that we're putting forward. We also go over the requirements, things that we understood from you of what would be really important. Then we go over the highlights about the consultant, why they're a good fit, how many years of experience do they have, what's their bill rate, what's their availability, all the key things that are really going to be important to you that are tied to those requirements. We also go through the personality assessment, their skills assessment scores, and their technical assessment scores, and showing you why we feel like they're a good fit for the role, so that at the end of the day, we're not sending you a candidate that might be a good fit. We're sending you one that we know is a really good match, and we're giving you a summary that supports that. We also will share with you a snippet of questions that you have asked. We'll ask you up front when we gather requirements, what's really important to you, and then we'll replay back for you how they answered those questions using a recording of the interview. And I'll play for you a quick snippet of that.
Platform and safe gamification to roll out the system. Then from there, I went over to a global tax advisory firm and I implemented two systems there. The first was an upgrade from Maestro.
So as you can see here, the consultant is answering questions that we're asking so that you can hear their answers directly. That helps you save a lot of time going back and forth. You can even skip the phone interview step and go straight to a face-to-face interview, or even go straight into saying, okay, they're the right fit for the role. Let's move quickly, particularly if you're trying to have an emergency response or IT response team assembled quickly. The ability to short step all of these long recruiting processes. This is one of the things that Darby does really well. We also will show you the tools and templates that we use and how to use those tools and templates, how we support our consultants. So for example, change communications, we provide a wide range of tools and templates, from stakeholder analysis to communication strategy, communications plans, a variety of tools that our consultant can rely on to quickly hit the ground running. In addition to all of our tools and templates, we also are focused on managing the performance of our consultant. We have a performance tracking system where our consultant is responsible for putting down what are the tasks and deliverables, sharing that with you, getting your support for that, and then us tracking that together using a cloud-based performance tracking system. You can see a dashboard of all their tasks that they completed, any risks or issues or changes that's impacting their performance. And one of the things we do with that is we use it to also incentivize our consultant to really deliver on time, on budget, within scope. We hold back a percentage of their pay rate, and we check in with you every 3 weeks to make sure that they're delivering. And we're also tracking in real time their performance using a performance tracking system. That enables our consultant to really strive towards high performance because they know that their pay is going to be dependent on that. So at the end of the day, we have a high quality consultant that we've shortlisted. They're very experienced, and they're lower cost because of our model, and they're focused on delivering high quality performance. If this sounds great to you and you'd like to schedule a resource planning session with us, at the end of this video, just click the link, schedule a time to talk, and then we can set up some time for us to have a conversation about what your project needs are. How can we help you respond to a challenge that you're facing with really great people? All right, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll look forward to talking with you soon.